You're a first-time home buyer, but you have 1,000 questions that have gone unanswered, whether or not your parents are telling you to do one thing or a realtor is telling you to do another, and maybe a different person on the internet says an entirely different thing than anything that you've heard. Well, I'm here to clear up the story and the narrative for you. My name is Hunter. I'm a loan officer. I work with tons of first-time home buyers purchasing their first property, walk them through the process A to Z, and today I'm going to go over every single question that they typically ask me right out the gate. On the screen, I'll put down all the topics that I'm talking about throughout the process, and I'll also put timestamps down below, just so if you want to skip ahead and go to a specific spot, or if you want to watch the whole video, that's also great. The first thing that I want to start talking about is the pre-approval. Do you actually need it to start looking for homes? The answer is no, you don't need pre-approvals to doom scroll on Zillow or Redfin in the middle of the night. But do you need a pre-approval to make offers on homes and to do private showings? Yes, you do. And what exactly is a pre-approval? A pre-approval is a document from a loan officer that basically states, hey, I just took a look at this entire financial situation for this individual or this couple or whatever the case is, and based on the findings that I have between their credit score, their assets, their income, everything, they qualify for this number. And this number that's going to be on the paper is going to dictate what your purchase price is, what your loan amount is, how much taxes you can afford. The interest rate's going to be floated, but whatever the current market interest rate is, that's what the pre-approval is going to be based on. And that's a pre-approval. It's very easy to do. It takes usually like 24 to 72 hours to get done unless you have really difficult circumstances, whether or not like maybe you're a business owner and you don't claim enough income in your tax returns and you have to go non-QM. So a loan officer who knows what they're doing is going to ask you for the following documents. It's going to be your 2 years of W-2s. So for instance, when this video is coming out, 25 and 24. And you're also going to need 30 days of pay stubs. From there, you're going to have a photo ID, social security number, full application filled out. There maybe send you a link or you go to a certain website. Your 2 most recent bank statements that's going to show how much money that you have liquid and available. And if you're using any 401k accounts, you're going to send them that. And that's basically it. It's pretty easy to calculate from there. However, the loan officer is going to run your credit. They're going to take a look at your income, if you have overtime or commission, or whatever the case is. If you receive a bonus, did you receive the bonus for the last 2 years plus year to date? And then maybe they should be ordering a verification of employment. A verification of employment is basically something that your HR department sends over to the lender that says, hey, listen, this is how long this person's worked here. This is the income that they make. This is what they made over the last 2 years. This is how much overtime they've made. This is how much commission they've made. The likelihood of that commission continuing or that bonus continuing, what the last pay structure was, everything. That way we can actually take a look at how much money that you've actually made. And from there, we issue out a complete pre-approval that says, hey, listen, I looked at every single aspect of this. I'm putting my license on the line for this person. So once you get the pre-approval, it typically lasts about 3 months, and that's how long a credit report lasts. And don't worry about the pre-approval expiring. It's very easy to update. All you need to do is just literally just run credit and get an updated pay stub, an updated bank statement, and that's it. The next step from here is, what do I do after I get pre-approved? And it's very simple, honestly. You pair yourself up with a real estate agent in the area. The lender that you're working with would most likely have one to refer you over to, or every single person knows a real estate agent now, so it shouldn't be too hard to get one. And you want to work within the budget that's set. So talk to your loan officer whether or not you have a monthly payment budget. I don't want to be over $4,000 a month, or I don't want to be spending $650,000 on a house. I only want to spend $625,000. Whatever the case is, you want to stick within a budget that you're setting for yourself, and you want to make sure that the lender and the realtor are on the same page. There are 3 main things that you should not do when you get a pre-approval. The first thing is, do not inquire for any new credit cards. Why? It's because it's going to ruin your credit score, especially if you try to go apply for a car loan, which is number 2. Don't take out any new loans or whatever it is. Don't co-sign for people. If you co-sign for someone while trying to buy a house, you're going to add that debt against your name. So don't do that. Last thing is, do not deposit large amounts of money into your bank account. If you have $50,000 in your bank account from, I don't know, doing stuff that you shouldn't be doing, don't do that. Don't deposit it into your bank account. We have to source and season at least 2 months of bank statements. So if you're not buying a house for at least 3 months, put that money in the bank now, okay? Because I don't want to have to show the lender, hey, where did this $50,000 of money come from? How did they get it? And if we can't source it, that money is void. We can't use it. So the next topic I want to discuss is your interest rate. What's your interest rate? What is it going to be? What is your rate actually calculated on? It's going to be calculated on what program are you using. Are you using conventional or are you using FHA? What's your credit score? Down payment actually really doesn't affect the rate as much as you would think. It really has little to no effect at all. But the biggest thing that you need to look out for is, well, how much the lender is actually going to be making on you. You'll see that reflected in the rate and how many discount points you're paying. And a point is 1% of your loan amount. So if you're buying a house and your loan amount is $100,000, 1% of that is $1,000. So if your loan amount's $550,000, 1% would be $5,500. It's a lot more impactful then. So you want to see, hey, listen, does it make sense for me to pay points, or does it make sense for me to take a higher rate and pay no points? And also too, that's going to come down to you kind of shopping around, shopping for a mortgage. It's important. Lenders don't like it when you shop because then they can't make as much money as they were before you started talking to another lender. But ultimately, it's smart to shop around. You're going to talk to a bunch of different lenders. One person is going to tell you this rate. Another person you might vibe with better, but they have a little bit higher of an interest rate. Ultimately, it's going to come down to who's going to give you the best service and who's going to give you a good deal. But my suggestion is make sure that you actually can connect with this person. Make sure that they're available 24/7. Saturday at 6 p.m. I have a question. What's up? I'm here, I'm available. Or send you, they can text you. That's the big part, is communication. You need to make sure that that person actually can suffice your needs. It's like kind of getting a boyfriend or a girlfriend. It's like you got to make sure that you actually get along with this person before you go into a relationship with them. And the next thing that you need to look at here while you're shopping for a mortgage rate is, can they actually close the deal? Because I know plenty of loan officers out there who will just say yes and then say, actually, the market changed 3 weeks later, and now you're supposed to be closing in a week. What are you going to do there? Trust but verify. That's my advice when it comes to mortgage rates. Another topic that I want to discuss is gifts. How does a gift work? Dad's going to give me $10,000. He has it in his mattress. That's wonderful. That's great, except the fact that he can't just put that money into your bank account, because if you remember what I said before, large deposits are a big no-no. So a gift, how it works is very simple. Let's say mom and dad are going to give you $10,000 towards a transaction. All they need to do is the following: get a personal check or a certified check from the bank. You take a picture of that check, great, boom, send that to me. Then you deposit that check into the bank. Then you give me an updated transaction history or an updated bank statement showing that money in there. That money has to reflect the check that you gave me. I do not need to source or season that from mom and dad's bank account. They can also send you a wire. I just need the wire transfer statement. If they do it any other way, if they take $10,000 out of their bank and deposit it into yours as cash, I will need to see that happen. So the best way to do a gift is have them just give you a personal check. It has to have their account number on it. It has to have their information on it. You take a picture of it front and back. You deposit the check. It reflects. That's how easy it is. Now, who can give me a gift? Can it be my boy? Can it be my homeboy? Or can it be like my ex-girlfriend who owes me money that never paid me back? No, it can't be that. Really going to be your close relatives. That's going to make it the easiest. Your brothers, sisters, uncles, cousins, grandparents. If it's from a lifelong friend, it might work, might not. But I would say start there first with relatives. That's the easiest way to get the gift done. Now, the lender will provide to you a gift letter to fill out. Most of the time, they just pre-fill it. All you have to do is just actually have the person who's giving you the gift sign it. And that's it. Gift is very easy to do. You don't need to do it before you go into contract. You can do it mid-process when you're in contract. However, it does implicate risk if that gift is not deposited. Because if I'm a seller agent and I know that the person buying this house is relying on a gift that's not deposited, and the deal will not close without that gift, it's a little risky. Going into it knowing that the money's in your bank account sure does make it a lot easier. And you can always give the money back, or you can disappear. That's your prerogative. Now, a little bit more of an advanced topic is, let's say that you're having a difficult time qualifying for a certain purchase price. Let's say that you're qualified for $500,000, but you really want to get to, $600,000. How do you do that? Well, you find a house that has an ADU, an accessory dwelling unit, and you can use this on both conventional and FHA. How does this work? ADU, accessory dwelling unit, is literally what it sounds like. It's an apartment within a house. That's it. It has two entrances, which double as an entrance and exit. And if it's in a basement, it could be egress windows, which basically a body has to be able to fit through there. There's legal sizes of how big an egress window has to be, and a separate entrance. Has to have a kitchen, has to have a stove, bathroom, closet. Has to be a livable condition area. It has to be legal. Now, the word legal trips a lot of people up. It's not filed with the town. There's no CO. Most lenders that I work with don't care about COs. They just want to make sure it's legal. And the appraiser will say it is a legal ADU. It's up to code. Someone can live in here and they won't die, essentially. That's it. Very simple. You can use the income that is written down on a piece of paper from the appraiser. So an appraiser will come to the property, they'll take a look at everything. Okay, the property's worth $700,000. Great. Appraiser the purchase price, that's always a benefit. But the accessory unit is something that they're going to look at a little bit differently. They are looking at the accessory unit from, hey, listen, based on the current market and based on previous sales, this is how much this ADU will most likely rent for. It's $1,000. Typically, it's much more than that. Now, let's say the appraiser does his job and he looks at all the comparables and he says, yep, this unit will be $1,000 a month. That's the number that the lender will use. Yes, but not 100%, because we have to take 25% off that number for what is called the vacancy factor. Basically, if this unit, for some reason, stops being rented out, we have to have some type of cushion here. So you can use 75% of the total number that the appraiser puts down on that piece of paper. Appraiser put $1,000, we'll use $750. Before going into this and using ADU to qualify, make sure with your realtor that that apartment will qualify and also pass and be legal, and will also hit the target number that you need in order to qualify for the home, minus 25%. So what's the catch? There really is no catch. The only big thing that you need to look out for is that if you are doing an ADU with FHA, you have to have 2 months reserves of the mortgage payment minus the down payment minus the closing costs. Your mortgage payment's $2,000 a month. If your mortgage payment's $2,000 a month and I need 2 months reserves, you're going to have $4,000 left in your bank account after closing costs and down payment are sufficed. I'm going to conclude part 1 here of the first-time home buyer questions, but if you do have any other questions for me, please leave them down in the comments. I'll do a part 2. I'll make sure I can go over a ton of different questions that most people do have for me. Questions I will not be answering is, when are rates going to be under 3% again? And that's not going to happen. If you do have any questions for me, please leave them down in the comments. I want to answer them. And if you are looking for a loan officer to work with, or if you're looking to shop around for an interest rate and you're in contract, would love to help you out with that as well. My information's to the side of me or wherever I put on the screen after I'm done filming. And I'll see you in the next one.